What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the shop. I hope everybody had a great Christmas celebrations, New Year celebrations. I know we sure did, for sure. So with that being said, happy 2025. This is our first vlog of this year. I know I haven't been posting much. I've been super busy, so I'm sorry, but we are going to get back to the videos back again. Now that I've actually gotten a bunch of stuff done, well, the shop is still full of vehicles, as you can see. So we're working. There's a bunch of upgrades that we did to the shop also. Obviously, we did the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, obviously. So we did a nice floor. We went ahead and redid all the back end. As you can see, I still got to post a bunch of stuff because I haven't done it. But you can see all the way around. Went ahead and just kind of remodeled it a little bit, made it look a lot better. But definitely the floor was a must. But I like to keep my stuff clean, and as you can see, we have a bunch of badass rides in here. So obviously it does look a lot better whenever you have a nice clean floor. So we also redid the office as well. So you can see we got marble floors. Definitely needed an upgrade. We went ahead and changed the desk, changed the area where we keep all our stuff. Obviously, you gotta have the big TV. A little bit of renovations, but as you can see, I do have a lot of jobs still. We've been booked, we've been blessed, been having a lot of work. So that's the reason why I kind of hadn't really posted much in a couple of months, just because, not that I was behind, but I had so much work that I decided to take a break and actually get a bunch of the projects that I had finished up, turned in, and stuff like that. That way I could just kind of focus a little bit more on that. But it's time to go ahead and get back into doing some videos and letting you guys know what we got going on here, which obviously we have a bunch of stuff for the most part. So we got this badass frame right here that was brought to us by a customer. So this is an LT4 with a 10-speed behind it, and we went ahead and added a core support to it, the heat exchanger, transmission cooler. This is just a temporary so we can fire the motor up. So the customer wanted this motor to actually be able to turn it on because he's still got a long way to go with it. Obviously, he still needs a dry shaft, still needs the exhaust, and some more stuff that need to be put on it before he actually puts the cab, front clip, bed, wheels and tires, and just a bunch of stuff that goes with it. But we got all that stuff done, so made a nice little panel right there. You know, it's got a key and just whatnot and everything. So definitely he can go ahead and fire it up. So this thing is done pretty much. This is just the first phase of it before he actually starts doing any more work on it. But a bunch of the wiring is done for the batteries and, you know, fuel system and all that kind of stuff. Also, we have a Chrysler. Yeah, we have a Hemi up in here. So this is a customer also. It's got a 8-speed. Now we do have just the motor itself. We did a camshaft on it, upgrade, DOD, delete, and just a bunch of upgrades that he wanted to. We did a 7% lower pulley on it, which we had an ATI sent to us. We did that. Now this is going to be a cool project. I still have to send the blower to get ported. We've got the blower there, so that's going to get sent off so they can go ahead and port the inlet on it and port the whole blower and do whatever they do. So obviously he wanted some more power, so we did a couple little things on it. Make sure that whenever it does get done and fired up, it actually sounds really good. And you know, I mean, go with everything else that the vehicle is getting done. But for the most part, we're also going to run Holly on it. Now the transmission, Holley does not control it, so I actually had somebody else send me a transmission harness, standalone, that can control the 8-speed for this thing separately, and you can go ahead and plug into it and actually change some parameters and whatnot and make it work better. We also got this super nice 4x4 Silverado and single cab right here, which this thing is amazing. And it has a, I believe it's a 370 cubic inch. It's got a real nice kit on it, and it's got a ProCharger. So I had already tuned this truck before, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get all the piping done, get the intercooler put on right there in the front, fabricate everything, make sure everything fits real nice behind the grill, and get this thing rocking and rolling for him, and actually tune it once we do all that with the ProCharger, so he can go out and enjoy this thing. This is a super nice pickup right here. And obviously this one, you already know, we always do a bunch of work for the guys that on the gas. So this go around, last time we were in SEMA, Beto decided that he wanted a crank support, because a lot of the guys that run these blowers, they do have a crank support on the engine itself, and it actually helps the crank. It just kind of helps with everything because of the belt being so big. It doesn't try to hurt any parts or anything like that. It's going to bring me a 427 so that we can replace the 408 with a bigger cubic inch. As you recall, this thing, we ended up doing a Texas Speed 408 cubic inch on it, and it works super badass. But I think he wants to do a bigger engine. You know, these guys, they always want more, so, which is fine. But this one right here, I've had it before. If you remember, we did also a ProCharger on the big block that it had in it. We did some wheels on it, the back, and just a bunch of small upgrades. We did Holley EFI on it, and just made it to where it is a lot better. But the customer wanted more power, so we took the motor out, we sent it to Nizer, and actually Nizer is going to build us is building us a lot better motor. It's going to have aluminum heads now, some Brodix aluminum heads. It's going to have a much larger camshaft, because definitely the customer wanted this thing to sound a lot more aggressive, which it did sound good, but it wasn't as aggressive as I would have liked it to, and what the customer would have liked it to. So definitely major upgrade on the motor. So it is going to be I think just 468 or something like that. Nothing bigger than that. But definitely better top end, better camshaft, better everything, better converter, which it had like a super loose converter in it. But we got a Circle D converter for it waiting. We're going to pull the transmission out. We're going to send it just to get checked, make sure that everything is good on the transmission, because we are going to add more power. This thing should probably see maybe 800-900 horsepower this go around. So definitely we need the converter to work better. We need the transmission to work better. And we're also going to change the gearing on it, because he definitely does want to drive it. For the most part, we're going to get the motor on there, and then we'll get it all nice and tuned and get it working back again in good working order, so he can do what he needs to do. But currently I have been working, and you remember this car, I've been having this car here for a year, and I've just been so busy with other projects, and it's finally time to really start working on this thing, which is the 31 Coupe that I have here, and it's getting a Coyote. As far as I remember, I haven't really seen a 30-something, 32, 34, whatever coupe of this style with a Coyote. I just haven't seen one. So we obviously got the motor already in place, mounts on there. We got the motor centered. We got everything where it's going to be. Mocked up the where the radiator goes right here in the front. Definitely it fits. It's going to be a tight fit, but definitely everything is going to fit. Now, major upgrade that I had to do on the inside was do a transmission tunnel, because this thing is so small. They're going to have to redo the seats. I'm gonna have to rewire this thing with Holly. Obviously, of course, I had to move the pedal to the left side because it was on the right side, so I had to fabricate it, move it over to the left side of the column so I can do the gas pedal on the right. But obviously this came out real nice. We were able to tuck the 480. Yes, I did say 4L80. So this thing is going to be, you know, the Coyote motor, and it's got a 480 with the aftermarket bell housing and all this. The Holly is going to be able to control. So this is going to be a cool project. We're going to have headers coming out the side, going all the way to the back, just kind of like the normal on these cars, all these hot rods. So I'm gonna have to fabricate those stuff. Right now, the only thing I'm missing is to fabricate the transmission mount, and then I can pull the motor back out, finalize everything, smooth everything down, paint everything underneath, and then put the motor back in it and bolt everything where it's gonna go. And then I can proceed to go ahead and get the upholstery guy in here and figure out the seats, the carpet, and everything else. And then start doing the rest of the wiring once all that stuff with the radiator and everything. And hopefully this thing is running and driving in a couple of months, which I think this thing's going to be pretty cool. We are going to take this intake off. It's not going to have that intake. It's actually going to have a Boss intake. So very, very similar to what Mater has as far as engine combination goes. But just kind of giving you a heads up what we got going on. Like I said, I hadn't really posted anything, but we are going to get back into posting some stuff. I do have a lot of projects. I do have a lot of work. I got another one on the dyno side. I've got 2-3 vehicles outside, but it is raining right now. It is weather is really iffy. But yeah, like I said, we're back. We're gonna go ahead and start posting some more videos, and like I said, just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the upgrades that we've done, and a little bit of the projects that we got going on here, and we'll see you guys on the next one.